I Googled what is the word of the year 2023 after listening to a video by Dr. Ramani, and the word is authenticity. And I wanted to do a video about authenticity and how it relates to the workplace environment.
So authenticity, it is said that authenticity is like being your true self, who you truly are. But it seems as though people get that word, you know how people take words and just use it to their benefit, or use it to however it's going to make them look good. Like, I'm being authentic. I'm going to buy the most expensive handbag or the most expensive shoes to show that I'm authentic. And then also with personality, authentic, people take the word and use it wrong pretty much, I think. So it says here that authenticity is an ongoing process of self-discovery and expression. Self-discovery and expression. Discovering yourself with your creativity and your expression of whom you really are. Being true to who you are and staying committed to your genuine self in various situations. And as I talk about, one thing I do know, I can only talk about what I do know and what I've experienced, and I share what I learned, because I am a student of many things that I learned and I like to share. And so I'm thinking about that as it relates to what I'm used to, is like in the work environment. And sometime in the work environment, we cannot stay committed to who we are and be our genuine selves because of our personality. Sometimes, we may be people pleasers, or we may be afraid to speak up and be our true selves. We don't want people to belittle us. We don't want people to make fun of us. We don't want people to shun us. We don't want people to put us in the firing range to where if you open your mouth and tell the truth about things, or be your true self and showing your expression that is not aligned with someone else's behavior, they can harm you, if you know what I'm trying to say. And so some of the things to do, I'm reading here, is to say to be authentic is to really get to know yourself, like by understanding what you believe in, what's your priorities, just being aware of self and what makes you happy inside of yourself, what makes you feel good, what gives you that drive, what's your authentic feeling when you feel so good. And then you want to be honest with yourself. Like, most relationships have the same type of problems, as we learning about narcissism or traumas and this and that. And I talk about the work environment when it says be honest with yourself. Sometimes we hold back on being honest with ourselves and acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, because we become in an intimate relationship. I know from experience, sometimes we become some of that person at some point that we're with intimately, and then we can lose ourselves in intimate relationships. So going to what I normally talk about is the work environment, what I know is the same thing can happen in the work environment, is where we can lose ourselves is if we continue to be shy, be quiet, don't speak up, let others bully you and tell you how to be, and try to manipulate your mind to be the way they want you to be when they are negative and tearing other people down. So it's like, acknowledge your personal strengths and weaknesses, and embrace those, things that are not perfect about you, and be truthful about your abilities, what you can do and what you cannot do. Don't be, like falsifying, going above your limits or your limitations because you want to be seen for somebody, or you're just trying to be seen. Another one, it says, align actions with your values. Ensure that your actions reflect your core values. Consistency between what you say and what you do strengthens your authenticity. So if you say something and your mouth is like running, but when it comes time, to perform and do what your mouth has been saying, oh, I'm qualified to do this and I'm qualified to do that, and I'm the best at this and the best at that. And then when it comes time to perform, you're complaining, you're putting other people down, you're comparing yourself to others, you're blaming other people. So that is just like your mouth is not aligned in alignment with the actions. Another one, it says open communication. Express your thoughts and feelings openly and respectfully. Avoid hiding behind a facade and be transparent in your communication. And that can be very hard depending on who we're working with in the work environment. Like everybody, this is why I'm such an advocate for find like-minded people. It is good to communicate with like-minded people. It's good to get off your chest if you have something that is bothering you, to find like-minded people that you can talk to, and like-minded people that can talk to you and you listen to them. Because communicating with everyone in the work environment is the same as intimate relationships, family relationships. It just don't work. Narcissist and narcissism, and all those gaslighting words and all this, I call it the good, the bad, and the ugly, exist in the work environment. You just have to know your audience, know your people, and who you're dealing with. Once you know people and understand people's personalities, you know where they're coming from. You don't want to hate people. You don't want to treat people bad because they treat you bad. There's a way around that, You could still treat them with decency and respect, even though they treat you bad. And that's the most rewarding thing, when you can come to a point where you don't blow a gasket, you don't get upset when somebody tries to destroy you in the work environment. When you can lift your head up and deal with them in a calm, collective, dignity, and respectful manner. Also talk about listen actively. Authenticity involves genuine engagement with others. Practice active listening, showing a sincere interest in what others have to say. Now, some people, again, it depends on the personalities. It depends on the good, the bad, the ugly. But if you're in that role as a leader, and you are leading by example, you listen to what people say, not what's coming out their mouth per se, but you can read in between the lines of what come out their mouth, and you're doing more than just listening to the sounds and the words that are coming out their mouth. The more experience you have with this, the more you understand that. Like, people have so much more than what they say and talk about. You can feel their pain. You can feel they're happy. You can feel, certain things by the way they talk and certain things they say. You can read into it. When you make mistakes, admit mistakes. Accept responsibility for your mistakes. Acknowledging errors and learning from, the different mistakes that you made. I say that often is that that's how I learn my best is from my mistakes. Whether it was an intimate relationship, business relationship, work relationship, family relationship, I've made cooking relationship, my relationship with food, and I acknowledge and say, yep, I made a mistake. And I try to learn from my mistake and see what I can do different from my mistake. And I don't mind those that are around me, if I make a mistake, letting them know I made a mistake, and it's not something that I'm proud of. I'm glad I know it was a mistake, and I know that I can learn from my mistakes. And that's how you can learn some really good lessons, really valuable lessons. And that's they mentioned embrace vulnerability. That comes under that accepting, being vulnerable, accepting your mistakes, and being present in the present moment. Not always complaining and this is going to happen, oh my goodness, and like the world is going to hell in the breadbasket type phrase. What's happening right now, what is happening right now, try to keep them in the present. Authenticity is a continual process of self-discovery and expression. It's about being true to who you are and staying committed to your genuine self in various situations. It can be hard. I'm telling you this, it's not easy. But the more you are aware of it, the more you think about it. If someone make you feel shy when you're trying to talk, if someone make you feel like you're walking on eggshells and you're scared to say something, you're scared to laugh the way you laugh, you're scared to say whatever silly things that you may say because they're going to yell at you, you feel like you're walking on eggshells, like I got to watch what I say, oh my goodness. Those are not good things to be authentic about. So that's why they always say, the boundaries or whatever. It takes great skill to figure out how to get your boundaries in a work environment, how to set your boundaries in a work environment. You're going to have to come out so professionally and say, I do not respect that. I do not tolerate that. what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And always have a witness with you if you know the type of person that you're dealing with can twist your words and try to make you seem like you're crazy. And that's where I want to leave it today. Authenticity. I'm just thinking about that today.